everybody! I hope you guys are doing amazing, and I'm super happy that you clicked on this video to watch. It should be hopefully a fun video. I enjoy watching these types of videos, so I just kind of wanted to make one myself and really walk through my planner system. I get so many questions on, one, mainly, is the Hobonichi Weeks your only planner? Two, like, what does your lifestyle look like that you feel like you can fit it all into just one book-bound planner? And three, how do you fit it all into one book-bound planner? So I figured I would just make a quick video just walking through like my whole system, my whole month-to-month system really in my Hobonichi. This is my main planner. This is my, I really consider it like my only planner. I have other things I might use like to write little tidbits down in here and there. You'll see I'm going to go through this a little bit too. But this is like my one main planner. So before I get into the insides, I don't know if I've really like introduced this planner yet. It's the Giglio Slim Appunto, and it's actually in the undyed leather. I snatched it up so fast on the Facebook buy sell trade right before I got off social media. So I just took it as a sign that I needed it in my life because I've been on the hunt for one for so many months. So that's what I'm using. It's already patinaed a little bit from its previous owners. It's beautiful. I love it. And then I use this pouch primarily. It is from Scrawly Mama on Instagram. And it's the Hobonichi Week size. But I'm pretty sure you can probably fit like a B6 size in here too. You can probably fit a personal size ring planner. But it is the Hobonichi Week size and it fits perfectly, even with it all chunked up. So to open up the insides, I really just have these two planner cards. One's just the month to month and one's just the year. I think this is gorgeous. I'll probably keep that in no matter how I configure this throughout the year. Clearly I'm very behind. It is like, I think it's the 24th today. So we have that. On this side, I just always keep photos of my kids. I have tons of photos. And then these are actually little stickers, like vinyl stickers, probably for water bottles. Got them off Amazon. I got probably like, I swear, like 150 for like $5. So I have two of those. This, it's actually ripped in half. My daughter got to my planner, and luckily this is the only casualty. She ripped it in half. So I was like, you know what? It's really okay because I can just tuck it back in there. Then I just have a few little cards up here. Someone from Instagram, she actually is a small business owner. She creates these that I use. She sent me this one for free because she noticed that in one of my other videos or one of my Instagram posts or something, I had used this without the bottom tab and just put my own tab on. So she was kind enough to make one for free and send it to me. She's like, I didn't know you. I think it's Simply Creates Doodles. She's on Etsy. She's like, you could have just told me that you wanted the bottom tab. And I was like, I didn't want to bother you. She was really sweet. So she sent it to me like free of charge, which was really nice. It has the inside pocket. I just have like a funny picture of my husband when he was little in there. This is actually my daughter's tooth fairy money, but we just got back from a trip to Ohio and I thought if we went to the store, she'd want to use it. So that's why I just tucked it in there. So I need to give that back to her. And then I have some stamps. And I actually have one of those little like scratchy bookmarks my daughter made. I just think it's cute, so I keep that in there. And then she also made me this little keychain, but I didn't know where to put it. So I keep it in there because I like it. Anyways, going on. Oh, there is a back pocket. I don't have anything in there though. But it is like a pretty big size back pocket. I'm pretty sure you can probably fit like a letter piece of paper in there. Just fold it in half and it'll fit just fine. I do not have a cover on cover for my Hobonichi on right now, but I sometimes do, and I can fit it right inside, no problem. I have a hard time with the Catspresso Co. cover. I feel like it's just a little bit larger than the ones that come from the Hobonichi store itself. So I would just beware of that. The Catspresso cover is gorgeous. The cover on cover, it's so beautiful. I just find that for the Giglio Slim Appunto, at least, it's just a little too tall to comfortably fit in there. But I know obviously there's ways to mitigate that. You can kind of like snip the back and whatnot if you need to, but I'm just going no cover right now just because that's the way I like it right now. I have the inside decorated. I usually like decorate this right before the I really first start breaking it in, so I've had this set up for a very long time. This was the year of color, I guess. This was the year of color. I went with blue, I went with bright yellows and oranges and all the things, but it actually kind of worked out because I chose my word of the year, and that's confident. So I'm just stepping out bold in colors and trying to be hopefully bold in everything else that I do. I have these two little clip marks here. Parent-teacher conferences. I just had mine for my first daughter. I have another one for my second daughter coming up this week. So once that's all done, I'll probably just take this out. And then I was in the process of planning my second daughter and my first daughter's birthday parties. So I had that in there just to kindly remind me. I think these are from Sequins and Paper Co. on Etsy as well. I got them quite a long time ago. But I really do like them. They're like this thick cardstock. She might still have them. So moving on, just more, this is like just dashboard because I don't use the inside at all. So I just kind of made it more personable this year. And then I just threw on these little like daily and monthly, weekly chore checklist just when I'm feeling like I need to kind of get in my house and clean up a little bit. Just gives me like a grounding point on where to start. So I'm actually using this. I'm a little behind. I have times written down on here, and I have one more time I need to add. But I haven't seen anyone use this for this way yet. Last year I used this to help me like keep track of my goals. Like I had like 1,000 different symbols, it felt like, and then about month 5 I just didn't keep up with it. So from here on it was like blank or very sparse. So I wanted to do something that I was actually going to keep up with, and it was fun, and it kind of kept me on track with something and not everything. I think that's why I was trying to focus this on too much last year. And I know that you can do like step trackers, like school calendar type things, but like one, I don't track my steps. Like if anything, I just try and like close my rings throughout the day, but I don't necessarily feel like I have to track that because I'm just naturally a pretty active person. So seeing the numbers wouldn't bother me either way, honestly. And then I was like, well, I could do like a weight log, but I'm really not trying to lose that much weight. So I feel like it would just be a waste of space. So I was like, not that either. What I'm using this for is I want this to be the year that we spent a lot of time outside last year, but I want to try like the 1,000 hours outside challenge. So it's pretty much just making sure you know, and I obviously incorporate my kids into it, get outside for like 1,000 hours throughout the year. So each color is going to mean something. So far I only have the 2 colors, but I have a few of the other like generic highlighters, like the yellow, orange, like blue, green, purple, I think. And each one will mean something. So I'll do 15 minutes, 30 minutes. I'll do probably like 45 minutes and then an hour. And then whenever I have the 1 hour mark, I'll highlight it and then just put the number. So if I was outside for 2 hours, I would put that or something. So I'm going to track the 1,000 hours outside, and then I'm not sure what I'll use this top part for yet. If I can't think of anything in a couple months, I'll probably just washi it out, or I'll just put little memories of times we spent outside. I don't know. But yeah, I thought that was kind of cool, and I haven't seen anyone do that yet, and so I just wanted to do something that like fit our lifestyle and stuff that we're trying to really focus on, and that's just getting out of the house more. Spent too much time trapped inside the last few years. We just want to get outside more. So I'm going to use that for 1,000 hours outside, and then it jumps into my weeks, or I'm sorry, my months. And you'll see my months are very messy. They're very, like, I pre-plan in these all the time. I have stuff probably written out for like a few months ahead. And then if those were to change for any reason, I have whiteout. You'll see I'm not afraid of the whiteout. I know there's like a cream colored whiteout that you can use, but I just haven't purchased it yet since I have the white one. It doesn't bother me and I just want to use it up first. Or I'll just simply cross it out. It's really not that big of a deal. So these are how my monthlies usually look. I try and put mostly just appointments and work schedule in here. I don't put any like day-to-day tasks or anything like that. It's really just like birthdays, events, like school events, and work schedule, and paydays, I guess. So I have those set up for just a few months. I have these cute little stickers I got in the clearance section, actually, at, was it Mike? No, it was Joann's. Clearance section at Joann's for like $1. I just think they're cute. So I don't know what my I've mentioned before, I'm moving across a state away in June, and I do not know what our schedule will look like after that. So we're gonna have to find new pediatricians, new dentists, new everything, new schools, daycares. My work schedule is gonna be completely different, so everything from there on out is just there. But I started this actually in, you'll see I tipped in and like pasted in to be able to start November 1st. So I really enjoy it because, so it gave me the space to be able to put my word of the year. Last year I did a little bit of like a vision board. I didn't do the same this year, but that's because I feel like I really accomplished a lot of goals last year. You know, maybe the vision board is what helped, but this year I just felt like I just want to remain consistent in all the work that I did last year. And then moving forward, I just want to feel more confident in myself and my surroundings and my decision making, my faith, everything. So that is just, I want to embody confidence. And then on the next page, I kind of stuck true to my manifesto. I did that in my Hobonichi last year. I just put a few things that I wanted to learn to feel more confident in, and how I'm going to do that. So my friend Monique, she kind of encouraged me to start early, so I did, and I'm happy that I did, because I think this typically starts the first week of December, or yeah, last week of November, first week of December. I think this is when it officially began, but I just tipped in, like I said, the last few weeks and pasted them in on the month. So usually it's like the month 12, then it'll go into January, I want to say February, and then March, I want to say. But I'm going to be moving into my new Hobonichi probably by that point in time anyways, which is what Monique said, and I was like, yeah, I really will. So I was like, I'm just gonna do it, it's fun. So now I'm glad, because I have a full month of November in here, as opposed to just like the last couple days and then the full month of December. So I think it's fun. I kind of stick true to my roots. Every week looks a little bit different, just because I like to track different things throughout different weeks. Some weeks are more work heavy than others. Some are more appointment heavy for my daughters. This week, for some reason, I tracked the weather. I think I just have a ton of those stickers. I'm trying to get rid of them, so I have that. This week I tried using my dot marker, the zig dot marker, to put in a few like tasks that I had to get done. So really I used this side for my work schedule, and then the side was more just like events and appointments, tasks, whatever. But it was also the week of Thanksgiving, so there wasn't too much going on besides like little Thanksgiving to-dos, holiday to-dos. This is when Advent started, so the next few weeks, or the next 2 weeks, I threw in the scripture for the week that we were memorizing. So it was fun. It filled the pages up a lot, which I really liked. And I'm having a lot of fun just using stickers. As usual, my last planner flip through for my 2021 Hobonichi, you guys saw the same thing. I just love using up all my stickers. I have so many that I want to use up and get rid of. I always say I'm going to use them up before I buy new ones, but that never works out. So this week I tried using this as like a habit tracker, because I have such a hard time with habit trackers in general. So I tried putting it into my week. It didn't really work. I don't know if I just didn't do it, or if I really didn't accomplish those things. I doubt I didn't read my Bible more than just, yeah, it says I didn't read my Bible all that week, but like I was memorizing scripture, so I know I was in it. So that's the thing. I'm just so bad with habit trackers. But anyways, I used some stamps this week. I printed out this picture with my HP sprocket. I threw that in there. It was just a picture of an elf, since we started Elf on the Shelf, and I just thought that was fun to put in there. This was the week that we had COVID, so it was my quarantine week. I used This was when I first got my Pulio printer or Pulley printer. I can't ever remember what it's called. And I have the white tape and the transparent tape. So I was starting to try and like play around with that. This was the white tape, obviously. And then this was the transparent tape. I had the idea to put something like this into my December daily scrapbook. And then the first one I made obviously was this one, and it was very tiny and it looked really wonky in my B6. So I figured I would just throw it in my planner. And this was actually one of my favorite spreads. I really like this week. More Christmas. I love using these stickers. A lot of different shops have the like winter bucket list or Christmas bucket list, summer, spring bucket list, and so I love using those up, especially around the holidays. This was the start of the new year. This is actually a piece of vellum. I think I used it back here somewhere. Yeah. I used vellum to separate my weeks, or my months, and so I had a little bit left over, and I just kind of ripped it off, since I spent, obviously, New Year's with my hubby, so I just threw us in there. No, I say us, but that actually really does look a lot like him. Me, not so much. I don't have hair, but if I did, I wish I could do it pink. Yeah. Going on, this takes us into the first week of January. I just wrote, I wanted to survive this week. Oh yeah, this was the week, I think I got really sick this week. Yeah, I got really sick this week, and I was like, I know I can't have COVID again. I literally just got over it. I was like, can I have the flu? Because I was, like I said, just sick a few weeks prior. I think I just had food poisoning because I had negative COVID and negative flu tests, so. And I was the only one that got sick, so I think I must have just had a stomach bug or food poisoning. I don't know. Anyways. Moving on, this is second week of January. I really like this spread too. This was another picture that I printed out with my Pulley printer, just on the transparent paper. It does not print in color, but it does print in this cute black and white, and it kind of looks like newspaper print, so I really enjoy it. Which is a picture of my daughter. She has this big fuzzy jacket that she wears. She lives in it from the time she wakes up. She sleeps in it, she naps in it, she eats in it, everything. So I have a picture of her in it because she's so cute. Got this cute little note my daughter wrote me. Just, I love you, Mommy. She wrote one for me and my husband, so I just stuck that in there. This was just last week. Yeah, because we are now on a Monday. It's our lazy day. But this was the week that we traveled to Ohio, and we had literally 1,000 things going on. It was my daughter's birthday. It was my best friend's wedding, bachelorette party, rehearsal dinners, brunches. It's just so much. 2 big snowstorms. We drove in the worst snowstorm of my life the other day, just yesterday, but glad that's behind us. So this is this week. It's how I haven't worked in this at all. I haven't even looked at my planner probably in the last like 3 or 4 days, just because we've been so busy out of town. But all of this has been pre-planned like last week or the week before. I don't remember. I'm not nervous about throwing things down. I already put my day shift in for next week. And that's about it right now. That was, for Valentine's Day. But yeah, so I use my monthly really for pre-planning. So that's, you know, part of my system is the pre-planning and my monthly. And then I use that as like a broad picture type of thing to track all of the events and all of the appointments, all of the schools, happenings, ins and outs, and work. My weeklies are more detailed usually. Sometimes I will go back in and fill in things after the fact, or again, cross things out after the fact if it didn't happen. But I do try and put a lot of the big picture things that happen. Like this day, I called it an admin day. I can tell you right now, I know I didn't leave the house, but I did a lot of like phone calls, emails, like administrative type things for the household. I put the big snowstorms in there just so, but when I was sick, I can track those things. When my different subscription boxes were delivered, I really use my weekly as just a dumping ground for everything. For my weekly, I always have to make sure that I have a running to-do list. And then this side, I will sometimes put to-dos as well, if they don't fit like a broad level to-do. Or if there's something that I know for a fact I've been putting off for like weeks and weeks and weeks, or maybe even months and months and months, I will purposely put that in here, like my rheumatologist. I just hate calling and canceling appointments, but I knew I had to do it because the appointment was coming up later that week. So I was like, I have to do it. I'm not going to put it back here. I'm going to assign it to a day so that I can feel good about signing and crossing it off. So that's really, oh, this was a workout tracker. I do sometimes, again, track things. It changes week to week what I track and if I want to even track anything. Some weeks you'll see that I go in and I write when I want to cook, because when I cook relies heavily on what my work schedule looks like. So those are some of the things that my weeks help me out with. What else? When I work out, when there's a little extra space, I like to put in little quotes, or as you saw, I put scripture in, or I fill spaces with pictures. But yeah, that's how my months and my weeks really work together. And then, sorry, this video is already 20 minutes, holy cow. All right, I'm gonna go through the back really quick. So how I set up my notes pages, I can't even say set up, how I utilize my notes pages. Before I really started in this book, I figured if I use this Hobonichi and start my new one early again next year, like I probably will, or later this year, I should say, even if I used it from last November to this December, I can try and average 16 pages a month. I had it kind of set up how I wanted to set it up, but again, that setting things up just doesn't really work for me. I have to really just go with the flow, or it stresses me out and I won't use it. So I'm trying to stick to this 16 pages a month. So for anyone who had questions on like, how do I fit everything back here? I try and fit it in 16 pages a month. And again, some of those pages you're going to see taken up by gratitude log and medical tracker for the month for the family and myself. So that includes a lot of things within that 16 pages. And some months you'll see I've stuck to it and some months not. But I'm not too worried about that, just because some months are going to be so different. Like I said, later this year, we're having a big move and my work schedule is going to be crazy. So when my work schedule is going to be crazy, I know I'm not going to be putting in all these dailies and all, everything else that I have back here to really fill it up. They're going to be very bare. So I'm really not concerned about not having enough pages to fill what I need to fill. And then if, God forbid I did finish it up, I can always add in a little supplemental book as well. But again, I haven't had to do that yet, so we'll see. The first few pages of notes just had some like collections that I wanted to add. I really want to cook more this year. I already cook a lot, but I wanted to not focus so much on trying all the new extravagant recipes that I always want to try, and just put down things that I know we really like and center myself on those. Spices, I wanted to put my whole spice inventory. Haven't done that. I had to write down that I have cumin because I have like 6 bottles. Every time I use a recipe that I need it, I always think I don't have it. So I made sure I put that in. I put a health log for my pets, just when they go to the vet. And then I actually need to write down still what they had done. I'm probably just going to put like vaccinations and physical and oral health checkup or something like that. I'm not going to put each and every little thing, just because we can pull that up by calling them or looking online. I have car maintenance for both of our cars. Both cars have had new tires recently, so I want to make sure we have that stuff written down because I'm always forgetting. And then I start into my month. So this is the month of November. I saw someone on Instagram, I think her name's either Glittery Stacy or Glittery Stay, something like that. She's super sweet. And she had her weeks set up like this in the back a little bit. She had like 1 week and she put different things that she was doing that week, like her meal schedule, her grocery list, some like appointments that she had. So I kind of tried to go off on that because I really liked it, but I found myself not using this. So I think that might have been the only week that I actually did it. I also have a little vellum tip-in divider that I've used to separate my months. So this will be for the month of November. This is our family health log. I have it. I don't think there's anything like embarrassing on here. I saw someone else, again, on Instagram. I get so much inspo from Instagram. Someone did this. Man, I can't remember her name. Her name's Kate, though, and she has a YouTube, and I watch her YouTube. And she had this in her Hobonichi. She had a little, she used it maybe for something different though, but I loved the way that she had it set up. And so I just use this as a tracker for everyone's health and wellness throughout the month. So like if my daughter wakes up and she has a toothache, if I tracked when her first tooth started feeling wiggly, when she was sent home, when I got doctor's results, they called me for echo results. Period tracking goes in here. There's so many things. Beatrice got shots, so I put that in there so that she's my youngest. She had her, I'm assuming like 18 months or 16 month shots. I don't know, 14 months, who knows. But I put that in there so that I knew that in the next couple days, if she was really snotty and like runny nose, if she had a high temperature or like soreness, it was probably because of that. But she didn't, luckily. So I have that in there. I have a gratitude log. I don't go in and fib any of it. If I don't make a point to do gratitude that day, I do not go back and refill it, because I want to make a point that by the end of the year, I do go in here and write gratitude every single day. So to me, the empty space doesn't bother me. I know that I just didn't get to it that day. Here, Sam plans on Instagram and YouTube. Again, I saw it in her planner. I'm sure, again, she got it from someone else, since that's how we all kind of do things. She had it separated down the centers to separate it for dailies. So I tried that, and I did kind of like it. And then I had this like awkward one at the end, so I just put some scripture that I was trying to memorize. And I did like that. Oh, I tried the week of again. So this one, I just put dailies on this side. I thought maybe if I could kind of scrunch down my dailies into these small boxes, but again, it sometimes left me more than I needed, and I didn't like that. Sight words we were practicing, meals I wanted to try, and this, I guess I was tracking quality time. I wanted to make a point of spending really intentional one-on-one time with each of my kids and not just them collectively, so I put quality time tracker down there. YouTube videos I wanted to film, so this is more of like a collection, I guess. Teacher list, so that it was going into December soon, so I wanted to make sure I got all their teachers little gifts. This was like a YouTube video I think I was watching, and I was taking notes on how to have more like inclusive worship time. This was one of my dailies. Did not like how that one was turning out. Clearly I didn't even finish. Some stuff for work. Let's see, book recommendations. I have so many post-it notes of book recommendations. I need to add those in there. This was my add to planner log. And then I started really having fun with my dailies. I think I've showed you guys this in some of my plan with me per days. I really enjoy planning my days like this. It's so fun for me. It's a little bit of memory keeping mixed with planning. And I really just get everything done. I really thrive when I have it set up this way. So again, I don't need one every day. So it goes from the 16th to the 24th, 25th, 27th. I'm able to put photos in there if I want to. I can put grocery list tracker, or grocery lists when we went out to eat, stuff like that. And then we go into December. All of my vellum that I got, I don't know if I mentioned, is from Caffeine and Paper Co. She's not on Etsy, but she is on Instagram, and from Instagram you can get to her site. So that's where I got all my vellum, and it's really thick. It's really good quality. It goes into December. I started putting my, I did used to have like a separate finance planner, and then I was like, oh, screw it, I'm just gonna put all my finance stuff in here because this is what I always have with me. And if I'm on the go and I'm paying stuff on the go, or if I'm spending on the go, obviously I want to be able to track it down. Again, December gratitude log. This was our health and wellness tracker for the whole family. This is when my daughter, her new tooth was coming in, but her old one wouldn't give. I thought it was going to fall out that month, but it didn't, so I put a picture of it because I thought it's just my first time with my first kid having that, so. Goes into more dailies, December 7th, December 9th. Picture of my baby. Oh, I just had like a washi tape page. I got all of this from, I haven't bought from her in like forever. Create with Pen. Yeah, Create with Pen. And I got her little holiday bundle, and I'm in love with it. I'm probably gonna actually go buy some more from her soon. This is when we all were super sick. I was giving the girls, I was taking NyQuil, Dayquil, so was my husband. All the girls were getting Tylenol. I was tracking their fevers and everything like that. My daughter just wrote on this page. More bill tracking and like spending tracker. I really kind of lump it all into the same. This was a journaling page. It's a little personal, so let's flip it. Oh, more dailies. And then this was when we were on quarantine. Mia's, my oldest, her teacher sent like a little quarantine tracker of sorts, or task list. I don't know what you want to call it. Different ideas that we can do to hit these different categories throughout the day while she wasn't at school. Oh, this was my wish list tracker right here in this. I still want to reward myself with this bag, but just not yet. I'm waiting a little bit just so I know for sure that I want it. Car organization, I want to get better at organizing our minivans, so that was like a collection that I threw into it. And then all these little collections that really get mixed up, like YouTube video ideas, car organization. Like this one I have matched with a Post-it, and if I wanted to, if it got to a point where I was actually filling this in, I could put a little sticker on there with a little car on it and I can find it easily. So I'm not too worried about having my collections of sorts mixed in with my monthly bullet journal. I don't even know what you want to call it, my monthly pages. Oh god, this is when I set up a whole, I spent so much money. I'm going to preface it with that. I just spent way too much money on a personal ring planner and all the inserts. I printed all the inserts. I punched all the inserts and it didn't work out for me. I know I'm not a ring planner anymore. After going bookbound, I cannot go rings. And I just need to remember that. Even when I look at everyone's beautiful ring planners, I need to remember that. So I'm glad this is in here so I can be like, girl, you spent way too much money. Don't do it. Anyways, going back into more daily pages. Oh, this page, I remember there was more things I wanted to add to it, but I didn't have space, so I just put it all in a Post-it note. My tattoo that I want to reward myself with also. Hopefully coming up soon. A few places we want to travel before we move to New Jersey. And then the last of my daily pages before we hop into January. So I'll probably fill this page with like some scripture, or let my daughter just color on it, honestly. Again, Caffeine and Paper Co. Vellum. And then it goes into my January budget for the first 2 weeks of January. And then this is more daily pages. It's my husband's birthday, so I have that tipped in. My January gratitude log. And then again, our health and wellness. My daughter finally lost her tooth. So that's what I'm saying. Like, bookbound planners are so fun because I can see the progression. I can see in November when her tooth started wiggling. I can see in December when her new tooth came in. And then I can see in January when it finally fell out. Like, that is so cool to me. So I have that. I also put little stickers in there when I change out my contacts. I have another one for when I change out like my razor head. I wanted to like start that in January. It wasn't something I had an idea to do until then. So starting in January, I'm tracking it at least. This was a list of things I had to bring to a school I'm going to later. Some stuff for my job. Some questions I had for my daughter's doctor because she has one of her checkups coming up this month. This was our packing list for our big trip that we just got back from. More dailies. I just tipped in this little, I forget what you call these, tip in? I don't know. With just some memories from that day. And then this was, the itinerary for my friend's wedding. For like all the things we had to go to, but from the Thursday to the Sunday. I had more dailies in here, meals that we were going to have ready for the hotel. More dailies. This I have to fill in since this is just the first day that we're back. I'm going to go in and take photos, or print photos of all the memories from my daughter's birthday party. And then I have a birthday party tracker started for my oldest daughter's birthday party that's going to happen in February. So that's really how I utilize that portion of my planning system in the notes pages. I have dailies, I have collections, I have a health and wellness tracker, and I have a gratitude log. That's what I do. If I have like quick notes, I honestly don't even put them back here because they get lost. So my quick notes always go in my weekly section. No matter how funky this side starts looking, how messy, they will go either on the day that I'm taking the notes, or they'll go right on the extra page on the side. And that's honestly really it. I don't use much more of the back besides just post-it notes. And these are just like little reminders I had for myself. That's really how I use this. That's how my month, my weeks, my days, my tracking, everything goes. I recently brought this little guy into my system. I have like 3 of these. They're all different colors, and I think they're so cute, and I need to start using them. So I have been, I'm going to caveat into this, putting some notes in here. So like when I don't want to whip this out or take this to work, or take it, I should say, from my car to my actual desk at work. I do take this everywhere though. So this goes with me into work, into my book bag for work, into my gym bag, into my purse, everywhere. I put travel plans, gift ideas for my husband's birthday. I had grocery lists. I had tracking for orders that I had coming in. My work to-dos are in there. What else? I had a whole bunch of returns I had to make. I put my schedule for February in there, things I had to purchase, and I highlighted things as they came in. I had some stuff for donations that we wanted to make. We're doing a donation drive at work, so things I wanted to take in. And then I have, again, we'll be moving for my work, for my job. I have just some information for that. Just a general list of to-dos. I had claim information I had to send in. So this little guy is a workhorse, and it's super cute. And I take it everywhere. So if it's like a hustle and bustle of notes, a lot of the times, as of this month, it'll really get transferred and logged into here. And that's not to say that the stuff also doesn't go into my actual planner. There's plenty of things that are in here that are rewritten in here just so I can keep them more permanently logged. But this is just a really easy way to capture all the information itself as well. So if you've made it this far, you deserve a medal. And I deserve some coffee because I feel like my throat is getting so scratchy. I did not expect to talk that long, but thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!